The Holy always has that creepy doll with her. In 2018, Riana, an Indonesian magician and illusionist, became famous around the world after competing on the 13th season of America's Got Talent. She is known for having a dark and unsettling stage presence, which made her one of the most controversial and divisive acts on the show. People liked Riana's acts because they were unique and creative, but they were also criticized for bothersomeness and relying on shock value. Eventually, she made it to the finals of the challenge and came in second place. Riana is good at what she does. She acts in such a stunning way that even the bravest men will shake with fear. If you're scared of the dark, you should get ready for a performance like this. What Happened to the Sacred? Marie Antoinette by Riana from America's Got Talent. It's Riana Graham, aka the Most Holy Riana, went to St. Ursula Catholic School and then went to college at the University of Bunda Mulia. She fell in love with magic at a young age and picked the name The Sacred. Riana because she thought magic secrets were holy. Riana got the desire to practice magic from her magician father. She became a very good magician through hard work and constant practice, and she chose an eerie persona based on horror movies. Riana's stage persona is marked by flat facial expressions and moves where she switches her hands and heads, shows up on stage with long black hair that covers most of her face. She usually wears a long-sleeved dress and white tights and holds a doll. The holy woman Riana always wears the same outfit. Riana is mostly quiet and only speaks to warn or teach. When she does speak, her voice shakes and can't be heard. She has also worked as a magician. She has been on more than one show, including America's Got Talent and The Next Mentalist. She also became a judge on The Great Magic Show, even though she's not on talent show The Holy right now. Riana still does other shows on stage with her voodoo doll and other scary props. She also has a podcast on Spotify called Kisah Hora The Holy, where she talks about her past. Riana, the 30-year-old magician, also has her own snack brand. She worked with Overdose, a gourmet popcorn brand, to make a Taste X variant mix, which is the perfect thing to eat while watching her shows. Despite being a grand magician, this person is as normal as if you go to her Facebook page when she's not on stage, you'll see pictures of her without her signature long-sleeved dress and a voodoo doll. It's almost weird to see a picture of her with it. Persona on stage is different from her pictures, which only show her face. Before she got to America's Got Talent, she had selfies with her family that didn't show her face. In 2017, Riana competed on Asia's Got Talent and won after beating DMX Convalenos, a Filipino dancing group. Some people thought Iraq's performances were very funny, while others thought they were too scary and upsetting. During her time on America's Got Talent, she put on very theatrical shows that were reminiscent of horror movies. Her dark performances make celebrity judges and audiences cringe in their seats. Riana grew up in Indonesia. Riana looked up to David the Magician Copperfield. She got her stage name from the bad guy in the Ringu series movie The Sacred, Sadaku Yamamura. Riana was the second Indonesian, after Damian Aditya, to make it to America's Got Talent. She truly stole the show, making it to the quarterfinals, but while she was there, she had a knack for making trouble for Mel B, one of the judges. The test The Holy Riana took a picture of Mel B, and then put up pictures of people who might have been killed in a murder case on the desk. She then told Mel B to choose one of the pictures and one name from the list of names. The name Bob was picked by Mel B. At the same time, the Sacred Riana named Bob as the suspect by showing a picture of Bob in an old newspaper that didn't have any pictures before. The picture of the victim was also in the picture Mel B took earlier in episode 1309. Riana played Judge Cuts. The Illusion of the Sacred was the show. Riana played with an imaginary friend and gave a very realistic and scary act that got her a restraint yes from the judges and sent her straight to the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals. The Holy Riana turned up the scary factor during her performance. She gave Mel B a voodoo doll that looked like her, creating an illusion in which her doubles came out of the audience and swarmed to the stage while the real Riana ascended to heaven. This scared both the audience and the judges. The performance was cut short after a scream of terror, and a commercial came on afterward. The Sacred Riana couldn't make it to the semi-finals and was eventually eliminated. The shows that Riana put on where the sudden cuts were meant to be unsettling and shock and surprise the audience. Fans are now wondering if the performance ended the way it was supposed to. The audience was confused and thought there would be more after the break. They got their answers when the show resumed and went to the judges' comments without saying anything about what had happened. Fans first thought there would be a full clip on YouTube, but when the episode did come out it was exactly the same as what happened on stage. Some fans think that what took place, it turned out that cutting the commercial break wasn't a mistake or a problem with the system, it was planned from the start. This could hurt her chances of moving on in the race. According to an important document from the show's team, the cut seemed to be done on purpose. However, it's not clear whether the card was meant to make people laugh, be creative, or even do both. Either way, the cut did something for the sacred Riana was that it made fans feel sorry for her so much that her performance was the most watched of the 12 performances that night, and it got over 1 million views on YouTube that night alone. Since no other performance that day stood out, this could be another reason why she quit the show so quickly. The difference in culture. The sacred Riana grew up in her home country of Indonesia, which is an Asian country. It makes sense that the idea of a magic show would lean toward Asian culture, which didn't appeal to American audiences for Asian audiences and illusionists. The drinks are the most impressive part of the show, while for American audiences and illusionists, the magic shows are the most impressive part. In Asian magic shows, the plot is very important, and illusions are used to change the story after it has been told. As usual, explains why some Americans who saw a performance didn't think it was very good. In fact, some watchers didn't vote for Riana because they didn't think her act was good enough. It's scary enough that this could also be a case of a social clash. Asian horror is mostly about curses and spirits, while American horror is more likely to have jump scares and gross and shocking images. When they were done with America's Got Talent, even though Riana went on Britain's Got Talent and was a winner in 2019, her luck was still against her. Taken away in the preliminary work on the Sigrid, she went on to, after not making it to the finals of America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent, act in movies. She made her acting start in her own scary movie called The Sacred. Riana started her own movie, making her the first AGT contestant to have her own movie. The production is impressive, and the thriller alone got over 3 million views. Later, she played Grace of Wonderwall in the Disney movie Stargirl in 2020. Later that same year, she appeared twice on Masters of Illusion, the first time in late May and the second time in mid-June. Riana didn't stop. Then in July 2022, she was in the follow-up to the movie The Sacred. Riana sang Bloody Mary in 2022 as well. Later that same year, Riana made a guest visit on Indonesia's Got Talent during Fritz's Grand Finals performance. That same year, she also made it to the semi-finals of La France en Talente Season 7. While the holy Riana has played a well-known horror-inspired character on the big screen, she's a lot like you and me. Her talent has made her famous for scary and strange things. She might make a big comeback on TV soon.